Awesome. Thank you and welcome to the Carlos Loma Show. Sorry for delays. We've been having some audience problems. You know, we had to kick a couple of people out of our studio right here live from Los Angeles, the Loma Productions. That's right. That's right. This is like my background. This is actually where I was locked up, but I'll talk about that later on. So thank you. This is my first episode of the Carlos Loma Chronicles. I'm gonna take you to a journey that I've never been before. So it's gonna go like space. You know, really don't know what's out there. But we're gonna go ahead and, might as well, ¿qué tenemos que perder? ¿Sí o no? Anyways, for people that don't know me, I've been doing stand-up for the last 16 years. Yes, November 27th, 2001. After 9/11, I decided to be a comedian. I was like, you know what? I could die anytime, so might as well do whatever the hell I want to do. And that was it. So anyways, I've been doing stand-up for the last 16 years, and the reason I'm doing this show, and also my executive producer, you might know him, you might not know him. I can't mention his name right now because he has a warrant, and and he has a couple of baby mamas that they don't know about each other. So I'm just gonna keep that on the down low. You know what I'm saying? You know how Salvadorians are. They just, Trump is right about them. MS-13. Oh, Trump, we're gonna have a good time with you, Trump. Trump blames everything on the MS-13. This hurricane, Trump's calling it the MS-13 hurricane. But anyways, yeah, nobody laughed there. So see, this is the thing I'm not used to. I'm used to an audience. I'm used to being in front of people, reaction, and right here I'm just by myself. Oh, by myself, with my ugly ass executive producer and the maid. We hired the maid. We hired a maid. No tiene papeles, so she went on. No tiene papeles, but she could be on Craigslist. Y siempre tiene con su teléfono. Oye, Snapchat. I think if you're an illegal alien, si no tienen papeles, you're not supposed to be on social media. Get off. That's why people get caught. A lot of people complain about, look, I was an illegal alien, right? I was 4, okay? I didn't have a choice. My parents brought me here, okay? That's why I relate to a lot of black people, because I didn't choose to come to this country. I was brought to this country. That's why I'm angry. But you know what? The whole immigration thing, you got to think about it. It's kind of like tag. Remember you were playing tag when you were a kid? If you tag, when you went after a kid, all the time you went for the fat kid because he knew he couldn't run, right? And you went, and it was you're it, tag, you're tag. That's it, right? But that's the way the immigration is. Like, come on. If you're it, yeah, stop crying. Especially if you have a truck, que Jalisqueño hasta la muerte, maybe you should be putting that. I'm just saying, it's just a suggestion, okay? People, I know you're gonna tell me, oh, you're just hating, y quién sabe qué la fregada, y que... Ni madres. I'm just telling you, si no tienen papeles, just go to work. No, don't be drinking and driving, okay? And then after they get pulled over, oh no, my dad's getting deported, because he got a DUI. Yeah, but how many DUIs do you have? 7, but that was back in the 80s. It didn't count. Anyways, we'll talk about that as well. We'll talk about, we're going to discuss a lot of politics, chisme, romance, sketches. We're going to have sketches. We're here to entertain you. And hopefully you can learn a couple of things here and there. I'll be speaking about my problems in life, like my DUIs. my DUIs, my drinking. I was not. Well, I am a recovering alcoholic. I've been sober over 2 years, almost gonna be 3 years. Yes. Shut up. I'm sorry. La maid. She knows 2 English words. Yes, I can muy fregona. Sí, chess. So, anyways, you know what's funny? I think about it now. I was performing at the Ontario Mills. Not the yeah, like the mall. I was performing at the Ontario Improv. This is before I got kicked out, but that's another story too. We'll talk about it probably episode 8 when I'm feeling more comfortable. If we last 8. So anyway, so I have a friend, right? He was. I went on the Marine Corps with him. We went on the buddy system, and we were rebels and all that stuff. But anyways, he was an immigration officer, right? After he got out the Marines, he went to immigration to become an immigration. What the fuck? I'm sorry, I'm having an interruption. The fucking executive producer over here is looking at me like I did something wrong. I was like, say something, yeah, okay, people know you're there.
It was an interesting story, so I was trying to.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, he was an immigration officer, right? And this is when I was drinking, so I remember a couple of parts here and there, okay? Because I would always black out. He was an immigration officer, and I had a friend, right, that no tenía papeles, right? And she brought her mom, and she brought her boyfriend. Oh, no, her brother. And then, so I was drinking, and then, I was like, hey, man, did you have a good time? I was like, yeah, man. I mean, he saw me from the start, from doing comedy. He's like, yeah, you're getting better, man, way better. I was like, thanks. And then he's like, hey, what's up with the old girl? He's like, oh, her? Oh, yeah, she's single. And I started laughing. I was like, oh, my God. That is hilarious. It's a movie. That's a freaking Hollywood movie right there. She wasn't ilegal, como nadie venía, ni de aquí ni de allá. And he was an immigration officer, man. Imagine. Oh, my God, man. That would have been hilarious, because... And he would probably threaten her. No domestic violence. La llama la amiga, cabrona, eh? Anyways, interesting story. So there's going to be a lot of things that I need to fix with this show. I got to get used to it. No me chupo los dientes. People, my executive producers que dice que me chupo los dientes, like my mom. No me chupo los dientes. Soy tu madre. Like, okay. So anyways, I'm going to tell you about myself. I've been doing stand-up for the last 16 years. Yeah, you told me already. You said that already. I started comedy. It took me a year to actually go up on stage and actually perform. It took me... I would run away. I would go to the Laugh Factory and just to like scope it. And then I signed up one time and they didn't call. I left. I was like, yoink. So my comedy journey started in Hollywood, and I would hit there wasn't that many Latinos. Like right now there's a lot of Latino comedians stuff. And before at the time I was aware at the time, it was me. There was a guy named Eric Lopez. He does a voiceover for The Simpsons now. And there's other good comedian, Isaac Hiron. He turned into a Jew now. A Latino Jew. I know he's going to hate me for this, but anyways, we came up and I left Hollywood maybe like 6 months after, because they weren't, besides being racist, I had to fight with freaking white people there. I don't know. I was real sensitive when I started doing comedy, man. Especially when black comics and white comics used to say jokes about Mexicans, I was ready to fight them. Like, really? So I would write a lot of like mean shit. I would write mean stuff about, Jews. Oh my God. You guys want to hear it? I'm not here. Who cares, man? Okay, what are they gonna do? They're gonna kick me out of Hollywood? I'm not even in Hollywood. I'm in Los Angeles, Califas. I remember this is my mean jokes. I remember I said, you know what's I like Jewish women. He's like, you know why? He's like, yeah, because they're the easiest women to get their number. He's like, yeah, why? Because all you have to do is they have to lift up their arm. Yoink! Oh my! Yes, that's the same reaction I used to get. Oh, I'm like, fuck that, man! You guys were making fun of oranges off the freeway. Ah, yeah, hilarious. Oh yeah, right. But oh no. So I was kind of, I pushed the boundary. So, but anyways, I remember the first time I went up, I did good. I got enough laughs, so so I could get the comedy bug. And the third time I went up, I went to the Comedy Store, and man, you will wait there. You will wait there on Sunday at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then sign up at 1, I think. And then you have to come back at 5, and then it was a lottery. So if you pick the number, let's say if you drew a number like 5, you wouldn't go up that night. You had to come back the next Sunday. So it was like a whole bunch of, So finally I got a number, and I was like, yes. So I went up there and, thinking I was like, oh yeah, Mr. Cool, Def Comedy Jam, trying to be cool, trying to be Mr. Hip Hop over here. I don't know why. I went up there and I completely forgot all my jokes. I forgot everything. And I remember there was this pretty white girl in front. And at the time I was like, you know what? I'm going to get her right. Nope. She looked at me like, it was funny because she went from like a smile, see? Yes. To like, like she shot a wreck. It was bad. It was miserable. And I could only remember saying, yeah, how about those Dodgers? And then there was a comedian that came before me. He would say, thank you after every joke after that. So I would go, thank you. And kind of like this, like nobody was laughing. And I remember that some guy in the back goes, what about them? And that's it. I bombed, man. It was horrible. So that really like took me back. But I was already in it, and I was like, no, I can't quit. So that's the start of my comedy career. And ever since I've been, I was hooked. I would do open mics. I would do, I remember doing open mics in the laundromat, cafes, library, a Christian library. Oh man. I don't want to think about that, man. Anyways, so that's a little bit about my journey. And at this point in my life, I've been sober for two years and a half, and I'm grateful because my life at the time was, I wouldn't even know how I got home the next morning. I used to get so fucked up, so drunk. First of all, you don't know how you got. I wouldn't even know how I got home the next fucking morning. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even recognize where the hell I was. Then I did recognize the mother's room. I was like, fuck, I fucking made it. Woo! You wake up next to a gorda and shit, like, what the fuck you come from? But at least I made it. And I was like, well, at least it wasn't a gordo this time. Oh man. Call your friend up. Hey Mario, thanks for taking me home, perro. I was fucked up. He's like, what are you talking about, man? You took me home. He's like, remember you left with that gorda? I got pictures, fool. I got pictures. Anyways, that was my Richard Pryor has a joke that he got tired of drinking, going 90. He will wake up, right? And I know where he was at, but he was driving 90 miles an hour on the freeway. And I thought that was, how could that be? But then it happened to me, and I ended up in Morongo. Oh my God! How the hell did I end up in Morongo, man? So what did I do? I was like, fuck it. Let me gamble for a little bit more. Yeah, it was scary, man. I don't even know. By the grace of God, I'm here. I surrendered my life. I gave it the steering wheel to Jesus. I did. And some of you are going to be like, oh, you're not a real Christian. I'm a better Christian than Trump. I can tell you that. Big Christian. Big Christian. So that's how I started. But you know what? The real reason I stopped drinking, not because of my DUIs, my DUIs, my stays in rehab, my broken relationships. The only reason I started drinking because I was gaining too much fucking weight. That's the only reason I stopped drinking. But first of all, this is how you know you're gaining too much weight. When you drop some shit, you bend over and you start making noises. You're like, when you start being creative, you're like, No, the worst one is when you stop breathing. That's when you're like, oh man, I gotta pick up. It's $1. Fuck it, might as well. I could buy some fucking nachos with that shit. Hold on, no, you're supposed to hold my breath. You go down, and then you come up like you're like fucking drowning, like oh shit. Come up like Michael Phelps and shit, like you won a gold competition with the Olympics. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead. That's gonna be a little bit of my podcast. I know it's hot. It's hotter here. I know on the East Coast is the Florence. Who decided to name the hurricane Florence? What the? You know who's happy, dude? Never mind. I can't say that because then I'm gonna get beat up. Anyways, so this is part of my show. Thank you very much. I'm gonna bring your first host, my first guest of the night. Also, we're gonna be have commercials. There's gonna be sketches. Hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll bring in my first guest. You guys are gonna love him. That's it. Yeah. Págalo, güey.
That's it?
Yeah, you said 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got 2 minutes.
Que la chingada. That's the longest 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back, people. My fucking executive producer over here is fucking up. I'm gonna leave this shit there too, man. Leave it there. Anyways, I'm getting used to this, people. I know the show's gonna be better. No se preocupen. You learn from your mistakes. Don't you hate people? I want to salute all those combat like bullies from the internet that just have to comment on every fucking thing. If for some reason you look at any page, the third comment from the top, it's always it starts with a racist. Always. Like it had nothing to do with the thing, but just boom, build a wall. I was like, oh, okay, all right. I'm gonna find my goal is to find one of those bullies, combat bullies from the internet, and bring them to the show. And let's see how tough they are, and actually get down to the nitty gritty of it. Why are they so angry? All right. So, welcome to the Carlos Loma Chronicles.
You're watching and listening to the Carlos Loma Chronicles.
Oh yeah. Push it real good. Dun 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 dun. Dun. I don't have the rights to the song, so I'm just gonna start singing my version. That's right, doing Mexican style. Ñoqueño. Anyways, we're back. Welcome back to the Carlos Loma Chronicles. I'm actually going to bring my first guest of the show. my first guest, I actually thought he died. I thought he died and then in the Civil War of Los Angeles, of South Central. You know, I thought I thought South Central took him and stuff. But no, but I found him. Luckily, I found him. I thought he had like a diabetes stroke or something. I don't know my medical terminology, but I hope I found him in his good shape. Give it up to my good friend, Mr. Hoozay V. Bravo! Bravo! Woo!
I love your studio audience.
I know they're.
I'm in shape. I don't know, some kind of shape, but I don't know if I'm in shape.
I know, man. You were all flaco last time I saw you, dude.
I know, and then life happens.
What happened?
Life,
Like
got
what?
married, have kids.
Are you happily married?
Happily married. Love my wife. Love my kids. They made me say it.
Heart.
I heart you.
I heart you.
Kiki, do you love me?
Pinche canción fea. Good Lord. Did you do the bit, the Kiki?
I did do it. It's on Instagram. My wife almost killed me.
But you can't, at your age, you can't be doing that.
I know, and that's the thing. Like
your kids are gonna be looking at that like, "Hi, pa, why do you have to do that?"
And I thought, I could do it, and no, turns out I'm too old.
Yeah, dude, that's not cute no more, dude. You gotta think about the kids.
I know. Pobrecitos.
Anyways, so we're here. Not only is Jose a great comedian, we performed.
Thank you.
He was famous for backyard parties. What?
Backyard comedy with pupusas.
But he's also the executive producer of the Carlos Loma Chronicles.
What? Say what? I'm very proud to be part of the show. It's I'm glad to be here.
He's working all the details,
like having the first guest.
So how you feel?
I feel good, man.
You feel good that you're here. So what is that you want from the show? The vision, the reason we came here.
To mesh ideas. Well, I like what you can bring into the show. I like all your ideas.
Like what?
Your stand up, your jokes, your monologue, your sketch ideas. So people don't know. You got to tell people what we're gonna do.
Well, I did tell them a little bit, but I'm used to hearing people, feedback, but I gotta get used to the silence,
the live studio audience. The cleaning lady's here. She's a nice lady.
I know. I mean, she's clapping, but she ni habla inglés.
Ni habla inglés. She don't understand.
But por favor, we're doing a show here. Please stop. Oh my God, they just.
She's bootlegging the show. And the show's
build the wall. Build the wall.
You see why Trump is trying to build a wall?
I know.
She's
man.
gonna bootleg your show. It's gonna be on Instagram before you even air it.
I know, man.
It's already on Snapchat.
Yeah. Señora, ya se puede ir.
300,000 people already saw it.
Señora, ya se puede ir, por favor. Gracias. Gracias por sus servicios.
And she's got all white people followers because that's all her employers and stuff.
That was the most racist thing I ever heard.
She's a cleaning lady.
You know what's funny? Like, okay, for example, I'm used to Latinos when you or Mexicans, you go to your neighbor and ask for, hey, get some lemons from the tree or cerezas or something, right?
Cerezas.
Or something. I'm used to, hey, can you give me a jump start? Ándale, así, okay, pues. But I have white neighbors, right? And fucking white people, dude. You know what my neighbors came to ask for?
What?
If they could use my Wi-Fi.
Can I use your 5G?
And I was like, what the fuck?
What kind of white neighbors you have, man?
Fucking white neighbors. Yeah, I have 2 white neighbors now. Unbelievable. And
at least your neighbors talk to you.
They don't talk to me. My white neighbors don't talk to me. My black neighbors, they're pretty cool. We're cool. The Asian with the white guy, that was a kind of weird. I'll explain that later. But even the Mexicans on the other side, they're freaking rude, man. Parece que le cobro renta and shit.
So maybe you should build a wall around your property and have them pay for it.
Well, I already live in a gated community, so.
Oh, okay. So
the reason
you already have a wall.
Yes.
All right.
It's not a very
So
good.
the wall works.
Yeah, because I thought they was gonna keep white people out.
The only thing about your wall, the gate doesn't work. So in order to come to visit you, like we have to wait for somebody
It works.
when it wants to. I was out there for 2 hours waiting to come in.
Well, yeah. Well, what do you expect, man? It's good. It's pros and cons. You know, this is my. Well, actually, I'm sorry. You know, that is my first home. Yeah. So, anyways, back to you.
Back to the show.
So yeah, I'm sorry. We're talking about my white neighbors, and you know, I don't know what's up. And you could, you know, my white neighbors over here, they have like, you know, Bernie Sanders, and
I saw stickers. Yeah, Bernie Sanders. You have Trump supporters. This is like a mix of people. Like this is a riot waiting to happen.
So yeah, between white people,
White people and Bernie supporters.
no, because my neighbors are white and they're Bernie supporters.
All I want to know is what does the cleaning lady do? Does she clean the Bernie Sanders house? Or does she clean the Trump supporters?
Hey, what's up with you and the cleaning lady? ¿Ya le tienes ojos?
Yeah, well, you know what? She's the only audience member
I'm gonna
here.
tell your wife. Mira, ya está acá está acá de Juan Camaney.
I was already getting her information a ver si me puede limpiar los baños.
No, actually, that
was you?
That was me.
And you did a good
That's a matter
job.
of fact. The last time I went to your house, it was pretty messy.
You know, you say that, and then you get me in trouble when you say stuff like that. You know we have 2 kids, right?
No, at that time we only had one.
All right, well, we have kids,
And
right?
I remember, yeah. Well,
My wife says we have 3 kids because I count as one, but...
Yeah. That's funny. Tell me the story. What happened?
So Carlos shows up to my house and then starts saying my house is messy and then starts posting it.
No, I didn't post. No,
or
what
you
happened?
text her.
I was like, well, you know, I assumed because you were gonna get married that it was, you know, gonna be a little bit more cleaned
You
up.
just showed up, man. Who shows up to people's house?
It don't
you
matter.
You gotta let them know, hey, I'm coming over.
I did
and
tell
then
you,
people
remember?
pick up, you know,
I did
for
tell
guests.
you. I did tell you.
Oh, maybe I just didn't
Yeah,
care.
you're the one who met me outside.
I didn't know you were gonna rat me out to the wife.
I didn't. I didn't rat you out. I didn't. I posted it on Facebook. No, he's like, don't, because I was gonna put like, hey, clean up. I was gonna tell her, hey, clean up your house, and then you were like, no, right? And I think I left it around. It was late at night or something. I forgot what I posted. I posted, clean up your house like that, but I directed it to you, and then your wife saw it. And then you text me like 2 o'clock in the morning. You're a dick.
You were a dick. You're a dick. Ratting me out.
Why? ¿Qué te dijo?
And Carlos hasn't been to my house ever since.
Actually, you know why I don't go to your house?
Because you got to take off your shoes?
No. No. You don't take her. Anyways, I bought this house, right? I bought this house in 2015. Well, actually, the studio, my home. I forgot that I'm in LA.
You forgot that you're in the studio.
I forgot that I'm sorry. It's because
you feel so comfortable that it feels like home.
It feels so, you know. So, anyways, so I bought that home in 2015, right? And I invited Jose, and I would go to his birthday. No, don't. Your kids' birthday parties, your stripper party, your bachelor party,
all kind of parties.
Yeah, so I would always go over there, and I would invite you to my niece's party. I invite you to my to come over and eat over here. And nada for a whole. So I was like,
I was giving you time to settle in.
No, ni más que. Yeah, so anyway, so I was like, no, I'm not gonna go no more. I was protesting.
You were he protested going over to the house.
Yeah,
for
because
a year and a half.
No, I haven't gone after that. And,
I thought it was because we take off our shoes and you don't want to, come in and take off your shoes. You know, my dad's like that. My dad doesn't like taking off his shoes.
Oh no, I'm not tripping about that. But actually, you lived in the other house. I haven't gone to the new one.
Oh yeah, the old house. Oh, you haven't gone to the new house?
No, because I was protesting.
You're still protesting. Yeah, the old house was different.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You still won't come over here. Sorry, over there.
You live so far, though.
I don't care. You don't. I used to fucking drive over there.
But you were always around in the area.
Get the fuck out of here.
Anyways,
I'm gonna rat you out, dude.
we're not even talking about the show. You're talking about the house.
Anyway.
We gotta let people know what the show is gonna be about, man.
First of all, mira, no son cochinos, okay? That's one thing that we have to learn how to pick. Just people are fucking dirty, dude. For real. No, I'm saying you.
Here we go again. Getting me in trouble. The wife is gonna see this.
But this is an act. Hey. It's some jokes. The Carlos Loma Chronicles. Anyways, I'm supposed to stop saying anyways. I'm working on that, people. I apologize. It's like this is like the first day of my new job.
This is your first day as a broadcaster.
Yes.
You're going to be broadcasting to millions of people out there.
As long as it's 10, I'm happy. So one thing I've learned too about the show and doing this for the last 10 minutes with you is why did you stop doing comedy?
Why did I stop doing comedy?
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever stopped doing comedy. I just stopped getting booked for comedy shows.
No. Well, I stopped calling you because you were...
People just stopped calling. And I didn't go after them and say, hey, man, you got a show? So it just trickled down. But
life took over.
Life took over. I got married. For those people who don't know, I got married in 2012. We had our first daughter in 2013. We did things untraditionally. We got married first and had a baby. And so when you have a baby, things change. I want to go home and spend some time with my daughter. So
now because my friends, they're all deadbeat dads and stuff. They never want to go home.
They never want to go home with their kids. I love my kids.
I have friends come to my house and I'm like, oh, don't you have a kid for? Like, go
go home to your kids.
Like, leave. Yeah, so that's good that you want to go home.
Yeah, I love my kids. I go everywhere with my kids.
Okay.
So, but no. So
don't start crying, okay?
I love my kids.
It's not Father's Day.
I want to go home now to my kids. No, but back to your question. So when we were doing comedy, we were running around, doing the clubs and stuff. It's a lot of time devoted to this stuff, if you got to put a lot of time and effort. So when you have kids and, starting a family, so it became a little harder to, go out and do all these gigs and stuff. But I
remember the first time I saw you, the first time we did I remember I hated your guts.
When was the first time you saw me or you met me?
I saw you at the Rosewood with, I believe, Cisco at the time. Cisco Lucian.
Yeah.
Cisco Lucian. He had a...
fact, Cisco gave me my first paying gig.
Ándale.
There you go.
And I remember you had a little mini afro.
I still kind of do.
No, at that time you had a little bit... But you had a deep voice, right? And I
don't think my voice has changed.
Well, at that time when I heard you, I assumed you wanted to be a black dude,
That I want to be a black guy because I had an afro
yeah.
and my voice was a little deep.
But you would have said, yeah. I was like, oh, this fool wants to be black. Because Juan Garcia also at that time, he would carry around a Malcolm X shirt and
everybody wanted
a Malcolm X book. They didn't even read the book, just carry that. So I was like, man, this fool. And I didn't know you were Salvadoreño either.
Usually, that's not the first thing I tell people. That's how people introduce me most of the time. Like, oh, this is Jose Salvadoreño.
Well, you know why we say that, right?
Yeah, you say that so you can let everybody know, oh, ahí está el cerote.
No. Well, the reason we say that, because then, so we can know that you're not going to understand certain...
But nobody ever goes, hey, this is Josh, my white friend. Like... You don't have to tell people. We went to Mexico with a friend like back in like 2009 or something, and they all went to Mexico and they all have family there. And I kid you not, every time we went to like their family's house, like, oh, ese es Jose, es salvadoreño. Like, give me a few minutes to make friends. Like, why you already, you know.
That's how Mexicans are, right?
Why you putting the papoose on my forehead so fast?
We put everybody's business out there. You know, hola, ama. Sí, you know, mi amigo José, sí, el que es el
Amá, este es José.
It's José.
Es salvadoreño.
El toma mucho. Like me, they always introduce me. El borracho? Oh, okay, sí.
Amá, este es Carlos Loma, es borracho.
No, el que toma? Oh, sí. Or, you know, like my tías. I don't know them. I just know them tías, but then we know, like, background or like, oh, las sobacos.
So basically, your
whatever
family
defect
is like Trump, crooked Hillary.
No, but we tell the truth. We tell the truth. Like, you know, we call them, like, for example, we have a cousin who's handicapped, right? But we call him Manos.
Manos?
Mm-hmm. Because his hands like this. Viene la mano loca. Viene la mano loca. Well, that's what we do. We always introduce. Yeah, we always have to say, like, for example, like my cousin, she's dating a black dude, right? We always have to say, oh, his novio es negro.
Su novio es negro.
We always have. That's how we do.
Y el negro.
Yeah, dude. You know, think about it. Yeah, we're fucking assholes, huh? Man, this is an assholes. Sí, ese es mi amigo. Mi amigo Jesse, sí, el que chocó. Oh, el chocacarros, okay. Yeah, that's what we do, man. Don't try to change our culture.
All right, I won't try to change your culture. Yes, I am Salvadorian.
Does it bug you?
For those of you who don't know, it doesn't bug me. I'm proud of being Salvadorian.
I know, but it bugs you because you.
But then, you know, it
I
puts
never
a
seen you
label
this
on
angry.
people. You know, I'm just saying. You know, let me make friends before you tell them Salvadorian. Is all I'm saying.
The truth is gonna come out anyway, so it doesn't matter when we insert it.
Yeah, by that time it's too late. We're friends.
It don't matter.
You know.
So that's why you're mad and upset. This is the first time I've seen Jose mad.
You see, when we met, you thought I was black and you already hated me.
Yeah, I hated you because I thought you were gonna, you know, those, you know, the Mexicans that
because you know my skin is so dark.
No, you know the Mexicans that you hang around with a lot of black people and they have, you know, so you know, and then you tell them
Eminem.
You tell them they're Mexican and they're like, nah, man, hell no, man, whatever. Anyways, I'll talk about my. It's awkward now.
So what else do you want to know? I thought you brought me here to talk about the show. I know you were going to tell
Don't worry,
people
the show's still here. We're not going nowhere.
You know,
the show's going to be here. Anyways, there's another thing that I want to talk to you about because, well, first, okay, we talked about your comedy and why'd you quit. But you not quit, but you did quit.
I didn't quit. People still say I'm a comedian, Jose the comedian. I'm still funny. I just don't perform live. You know, the only place I perform live is when I do marriages. So I'm an ordained minister, and whenever I do best man speeches.
How's that going?
You know, I'm killing it in the best man speeches game. You know,
really?
Killing it in the
marriage games.
Shit? No, they don't pay, man.
Really?
But that's the only time I get to be on stage and tell some jokes. Sometimes I miss it.
You should come back, dude. Come back.
One day.
Come back, man. But
so what else? What other questions you got written down for me?
This is one thing I have to bring to the audience. It's because Jose, he's very methodical. Like he wants to have like points, talking points, and there has to be like. But I'm not like that, you know. That's why I don't have a fucking job, dude.
I'm trying to make you a better broadcaster, man.
Shut your ass up. We're gonna learn.
We're gonna learn. This is a learning process. This is the first episode.
Yes.
You know, people are gonna tune in today and they're gonna be like, man.
But one thing besides being a comedian, I mean, you're a good friend. I appreciate you. You know, you always had a smile. Even back then when you had a smile, I was like, man, this motherfucker, why is he always happy, man?
It's a permanent smile.
But you know, you're a good friend. Besides, you're not coming to my house for like a fucking year. And the only reason you're come over here because your fucking appointment got canceled and shit.
I can fit you in my schedule today. You got time for me?
But another thing I know that I discovered about you is that
were you doing Googling me?
no, I was told you to take off the shoes and I was like, oh, I looked at your feet.
Oh man, you're gonna bring this up.
And then, but the thing is that look, I like not only am I a recovering alcoholic, I'm also a victim of fungus feet, fungus toes. Then I know. I know some of you are like, ew, gross, that's disgusting. You know what? During my recovery, I had to say, you know what? I don't care. I want to, like people go to the beach and, especially white people, they go to the beach and they have sandals and they walk around, they run, go to the mountains hiking. They're still there with their fucking sandals and shit. I want to be like that, but I was embarrassed because of my fucking chueco toenails.
Because of your toe fungus.
my fungus. And I seen Jose and I was like, damn, dude. And because he was trying to hide it, right? I was like, nah, you can't hide that shit, dude.
How are you gonna put me on blast like that on the first episode? See what I mean? On the first episode. Now people are gonna know I have toe fungus.
That's all right.
People are gonna know we're part of the, the Toe Fungus Association of America.
You have to accept it first, right? And I wanted to know, when did you tell your wife? Because I know I get embarrassed. I used to get embarrassed, And one time, my ex-girlfriend, I thought I gave her fungus. I thought, because she was
gave her fungus like an STD.
Because her pinky, right, it was kind of growing funny and shit, right? And I was like, oh god, I gave her fungus, right? So she went to the doctor and she's like,
so how do you even bring that conversation up? Like, how do you?
Well, I was like, hey, you got fungus. Like, it wasn't. I felt bad, but I was like, damn, I think I gave you fungus.
So you were feeling all guilty. You were confessing to her.
So, but the reason I got fungus, it wasn't like it was like me lo pegaron. It's like I actually wanted to have fungus.
You wanted to have fungus?
Well, because my dad had it, and I always wanted to be like my dad. So I figured that by wearing my dad's shoes, that's how
you would get fungus.
Yeah, so I would wear them like it wouldn't fit. I would go to middle school with big old clown feet.
Appa, look, we have toe fungus.
But no, it was like, oh yeah, and then at 13, I started getting it.
At 13?
Yeah. You look at me like I was drinking, like I was doing drugs.
Damn, at 13, you were getting toe fungus at 13. I started getting toe fungus when I was 21.
So that's how I got it. But I just wanted to be like my dad, So I could have prevented. Like my brother, one of my brothers is all, we call him vieja. I think you have feet of the vieja. And then my other brother, he has them. But I think he got it because the same thing. We want to be like my dad.
So it's hereditary.
It's not hereditary because you could prevent it.
So now that you put me on blast, I get my dad has toe fungus too.
And that's how you got it too?
I don't know if that's how I got it. I don't think I was playing around in his shoes, hoping for toe fungus.
At least I know where I got it from. Whether you don't know where you got it from,
I don't know where I got
nasty fool.
I don't know where I got it from. But back to your question though, how I told my wife. How I told my wife, I never told her I had toe fungus. I always
through dating,
What
would you do?
Well, I always wore socks, so I didn't think she had noticed, and I slept with socks all the time. So I didn't think she had noticed it. And then on our honeymoon, the room had a jacuzzi. So we got in the jacuzzi in the room, and obviously I had to take off my socks. And so I took off my socks and tried to put my feet in the jacuzzi all quick. And she was like, you don't have to hide it. I know you have toe fungus. So we already said our vows, so it was already, the deal was sealed.
You were like, You married me already, so you can't leave me.
You can't leave me because of my toe fungus. So, do you like?
For example, like it's hard to bring it up, right? Because
It is hard to bring it up
because, I think it's
people
easier.
normally don't talk about this in the open, man.
No, but only the Carlos Loma Chronicles.
Especially to the hundreds of thousands of followers you have.
That's okay. They're gonna come out. There's gonna be. I'm gonna make a meeting like Alcoholics
National
Anonymous.
Association of
We're gonna call it Team Fungus.
Team
TF.
Fungus.
TF.
The National Association of Fungus of America.
Because
That's what it is.
Yeah, because I would go to the beach and freaking wearing my construction boots and shit. Take off your shoes. Hell no, they're gonna see my fungus. No, but I was. I think it's easier to come out of the closet, like saying you're gay and shit to your dad or your mom. Like, hey,
It's more acceptable to be gay
It
than
is.
to have toe fungus.
It is because look, hey, I'm gay. Oh, okay.
Everybody celebrates. All right. it's
Yeah.
gay.
Well, we knew that. Whatever.
There's a parade. There's no toe fungus parade.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but even when I brought it out, like, hey, toe fungus. I'm sure half of you clicked out of this shit.
The people eating breakfast or lunch or wherever they're listening just vomit it.
But the thing is, like, hey, I'm gay. Oh, okay, cool. Hey,
So
I got fungus. Ugh.
So what you're telling me right now is you're going to use your platform to legitimize toe fungus and make it more acceptable.
It's not acceptable. You just have to, accept it. Like, first, you have fungus. How do you cure it? Stop wearing fucking socks.
And you know what? I've tried all kind of stuff. Like I've tried the pills. I've tried the
Pills?
They have nail polish.
Did you do this by yourself, or did you go to the doctor? Hey, doctor.
No, I went to a doctor, and then
This is before you were married or after?
after. This is after.
Oh, okay. So she's like, get some help.
You need to get some help. But they have a nail polish, and I was, there just nail polishing my toes, making them look all pretty. But no, it didn't work. I've tried a bunch of stuff, but,
It's okay, brother.
it's okay. All right. It's toe fungus. What are we
No, mine's going away because I've been wearing a lot of sandals. I don't give a shit now. Like the only time I do feel nervous is because I went back to school and I go to the morning classes, so they're all like teenagers and shit, and those fools are always with their fucking phone on and shit, right? So I'm like, oh man, these fools are gonna Snapchat and put fucking faces, dog faces on my feet.
on your nails? But do you keep them trim, or do you let them grow long, or do you keep them trim and nice and
nice and white?
Nice and white. Yeah, exactly.
No, I keep them. I've been digging there. Like I'm giving this shit away. Fuck.
Now we're getting too gross. Now we're really losing people. We're really losing people.
Anyways, my shit's going away. So there is a cure. There is hope.
There is a cure. There is a hope. So thank you for inducting me into the your association.
Hey,
here.
I'm an alcoholic. Tell me a story. Do you have a story of me being drunk?
You being drunk, Carlos stories. There's a few of them. Trying to see which one's the funniest. One of the things I never figured, or it took me a while to figure out, is how you got so drunk so fast. And I didn't know this. And so we would show up sober. Like I would pick you up and we'd go to a show and you were fine. And then literally like 20, 30 minutes, you were like shit-faced drunk. And I was like, how the hell, like, that doesn't happen. Like, that's not normal. And then I figured out you were taking a beer and a shot. Like that was the Carlos Loma combo. And until you were like shit-faced, and then you were gone. I remember one time we did a show. I forgot, is it like Fresno or something? And they had put us up in like a hotel.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that show.
Or Yuma. I think it was Yuma, Arizona. Somewhere. It was far.
Oh.
And I left. Like, you guys were,
I forgot about that shit.
I was gone. I went to the room. And then Carlos shows up like at, I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning, kicking down doors, like busting, kicking people.
I did?
Yeah, man.
Yuma? No, it wasn't Yuma.
I forget where it was.
Yuma, I fell asleep.
That's
when you refer to the ladies as bitches.
Probably.
Can I tell the story?
No. This is way before I got married. So it's all right.
That's why it's funny. It's funny even if you're married.
You
I'm
said
married.
drunk Carlos stories.
Oh, okay. What también tú, güey?
You didn't say crazy single Jose stories.
You can't open up that much.
No, I can't open up that much. You already exposed me to toe fungus on the first episode.
I exposed.
At least give the people.
You already have it. I didn't expose you to shit. You have that shit. I didn't give it to you.
You got to give the people some, something to hold out for.
Okay, so you were saying a story in Fresno that was kicking.
You came in kicking doors, kicking people.
Oh shit! Probably Fresno.
I remember you came in, you kicked the door, and then the door swung open. I forget who was standing there, and you kicked them in the ass, and they just went forward. And then you came in, and then you saw me, and then you kicked the shit out of me. Like, you came in like kung fu, and then you just passed out.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. It made sense at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes sense. All that stuff, it made sense. Unless you're an alcoholic and an addict, like, you'll be like, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, it makes sense.
The other one, I have another one where we did the backyard show, and you started tossing beer bottles at the neighbor's yard. Like, I don't know if you were playing, what's that game, potato sack or hacky sack? Or
Probably not. I probably was throwing them.
You were just throwing bottles across the wall, cracking bottles after one of the backyard shows.
Yeah. So I remember, I think, I don't know if he's your relative. I think Peanut.
Oh, yeah.
I remember because I have a bit about, when I battle, when I was back in the 90s, when I used to pluck my eyebrows, have bangs, and wore Harley Davidson everything. Harley Davidson everything. Harley Davidson boots, belt, everything Harley Davidson except for the Harley Davidson. So I remember he's like, hey, fool, you want to battle? Right? But at this time, I don't remember. I just remember people telling me that he's like, yeah, fool, you wanted to fight me?
Yeah. Your joke was because you were dance battling.
Right.
But this time you were so drunk, and he was like, hey, man, you want to battle? And he's like, assuming you want to dance battle. And then Carter's like, man, fuck you. Fuck you. And he wants to fight the guy.
He would have, yeah. You know what? I'm lucky that I never got fucked.
You are lucky that nobody ever, cracked the bottle on your head or something.
I'm surprised even the police officers never tased my ass and shit. But you know when I realized that I have a problem? Well, one of the many times.
One of the many times?
Yeah, one of the many times. One of the many times is when I was in jail. I was right there in the Twin Towers, right there. Right there. Not the Twin Towers like New York, but the Twin Towers at the county jail. When they gave me 6 months, and they put me in my cell, and I remember being scared because I was like, I thought they were gonna put me in a where there's bunk beds and all that stuff. Like, okay, I was picturing that because
you were picturing a Motel 6 with blankets.
No, because I've gone through that before. So but the last time I ended up there, it wasn't for DUI. It was for freaking failure to appear. And you know what? I was failure to appear, and my warrant was $50,000. There was fools that got caught with a pound of weed, and at the time
their bail was like $5,000.
Yeah.
You got a DUI and they're holding you in for.
No, it wasn't DUI. It was failure to appear.
Oh.
It was for a traffic ticket, and they freaking arrested me, man. Bunch of.
They don't want to let you go. They knew who they had.
Man.
They had Carlos Loma.
Dude. In jail, that's when you even some cholo. I remember some cholos. He was in there because he was charged for domestic violence, right? And he was calling his girlfriend. And this is the first time I've seen a cholo fucking cry. He was like, because you have to be tough, you can't be showing your weak. And this fool was on the phone, and she was like, baby, por favor. I mean it. Dile que no. No, they're gonna take me for you. Oh my god, that's funny. But anyways, Anyways, so they put me in a cell. It was two black dudes, and then there was a homie. He's like, hey, he claiming homie or paisa, and I have hair, so obviously.
So if you have hair,
like they're gonna assume you don't speak English. If you have a fade or bald, then you're homie. So then the one of my cellmates, the black dude, he was like, hey, how come you're here? I was like,
how come you have hair?
How come you're here? Why are you here? Why are you locked up? How come I have hair? Because I don't speak English.
Why you acting like a paisa?
So he's like, I told him, yeah, I'm here because of DUIs. He's like, oh man, you gotta stop drinking that shit, man. That's just gonna fuck you up, man. You don't want to kill nobody in an accident. That's the shit gonna be on your conscience for a long time, you know. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And then I looked at him and I was like, yeah, so how come you're here? Attempted murder.
So you're getting life lessons from an attempted murder?
Yeah. I was like, wow. Yeah, anyway.
And that wasn't enough to set you straight?
No.
But you're here now. You're doing good.
I'm doing good.
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Yes.
We got an exciting show.
We do. So what is it you want people to find from this show?
So I'm excited because, one, I get to start doing some creative stuff. So I'm excited to bring some commercials to your show. We got some stuff in the works, some sketches. So we're going to be writing some comedy. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Thank you. And I'm happy to share my my comedy experiences, journey of broadcasting with you. I know we have, you're very creative and, you're a good friend and a good father and a good. I'm trying to be nice to you.
Thank you.
I always say shit to you, but I'm trying to say the words that you're a good friend.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, I'm excited. We're, this is gonna be funny. I hope people, like it and subscribe and watch it and.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, tell people where to find us, man.
Subscribe, please, at the Carlos Loma Chronicles. My website should be by the time this goes. It's gonna be right here.
Somewhere down here.
Ingram. That's where I used to work at.
You used to work at Laura Ingram?
I used to work at Ingram. That was it. Oh, that was before Amazon's, but I think Amazon's bottom out. We used to get book orders and just go around and pick them.
Picking books?
Yeah, it was horrible. Anyways,
but now look at
go to school, man. Go to school, people. Go to school. All right. Anyways,
go to school.
Subscribe on YouTube, the Carlos Loma Chronicles, Instagram, Carlos Loma Chronicles, Facebook, Carlos Loma Show. But I will have a Carlos Loma Chronicles.com. And also the website should be up as well. So hold on.
What was that?
Fucking tenants.
Damn studio. What studio? They're filming one of the Fast and the Furious movies in the same studio.
It's Cobra.
The new Cobra movie's filming here. Okay, gotcha.
Transformers, I'm sorry, yes.
Transformers.
Fucking,
one of the big
he just transformed right now. Anyways, thank you for joining us. I hope to see you next episode, live from here from the Loma Productions in downtown LA. The Carlos Loma Chronicles. Yeah!